Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. I'd like to ask everyone to please subscribe and like if you do like the lesson, and please consider checking out our over 500-page ebook PDF, which is located at profesorpablo.com. That's one S, profesorpablo.com. It is available for only $15. It has everything you would ever want. Verb lists, survival Spanish, grammar, vocabulary, verb charts. It's a lot. And believe me, if you get it, you will feel the wow factor. It is loaded. Thank you. Okay, uses of estar. We know estar is huge in Spanish. Ser and estar. We went over ser uses our last lesson. Now we want to go over the uses of estar specifically. And then we're going to be taking a look at ser and estar used with a past participle. And then we'll be doing some ser versus our star contrasting exercises to hopefully nail this down for you. Okay, let's take a look at when do we use the verb estar? When you say how you feel, like I'm tired, estoy cansado, I'm busy, estoy ocupado, we're bored, estamos aburridos, she's sad, está triste. That takes us into emotions. She's mad, está enojada. She's sad, está triste. He is bored, está aburrido. He is very interested, está muy interesado. Está alegre, está feliz, ¿verdad? He's excited, está emocionado. Anything dealing with how you feel or emotions will be the verb estar. Temporary conditions, like things like anything that's temporary, like the store is closed. La tienda está cerrada. He's busy, está ocupado. He's not going to be busy every moment of his life, okay? The windows are open. Las ventanas están abiertas. That's a temporary condition. You know windows open and close, right? Temporary conditions, like emotions are temporary conditions. Like he's upset, está un poco enojado, ¿verdad? She's sad, está triste. All this stuff, how you feel, emotions, temporary conditions, that's estar. Location of people and objects. Dad's at work. Papá está en el trabajo. It's behind the house. Okay? People and objects, right? Where are they? ¿Dónde están? They're at work. Están en el trabajo. They're at school. Están en la escuela. They're at church. Están en la iglesia. Now, the one exception is location of an event where something happens that is not estar, and that's a big mistake that people make. If you want to say where an event is, that's the verb ser. Like it's going to be in Texas. Va a ser en Texas. The party is at Mary's house. La fiesta es en la casa de María. So location of people and objects is the verb estar. Location of an event is the verb ser. In plus ando yendo. You know that. It's raining, está lloviendo. It's snowing, está nevando. I am reading the book, estoy leyendo el libro. Mom is sleeping, mamá está durmiendo. Papá is taking a nap, papá está tomando una siesta. We're running, estamos corriendo. We're working hard, estamos trabajando duro, right? The bell is ringing, la campana está sonando. ING, you're going to use estar with your ando yendo. Our second cluster, how food tastes. Está rico, está bueno, está picante, it's spicy. Está riquísimo, it's really tasty. Está muy sabroso, it's very tasty. ¿Verdad? How food tastes. Vivo en muerto, it's alive, está vivo. A tree, pobrecito, el árbol está muerto. El árbol no recibió agua, didn't get any water durante la sequía, during the dry time, right? During the drought. No recibió agua, así que se murió. El árbol está muerto. Vivo, está vivo. Estar vivo is to be alive. Of course, if it's something feminine, like she's alive, está viva, right? Thank God. Está viva. Gracias a Dios. Pobrecito está muerto. Poor thing is dead. You lose a pet. Oh, that's so hard. It just yanks on your heartstrings. Pobrecito está muerto. Pobrecita, if it's a female pet, está muerta. And of course for people as well. Plus ed and ado ido. Just like we use estar with ing, we're going to use it with the ed. The store is closed. La tienda está cerrada. Someone painted the house. Alguien pintó la casa. The house is painted. La casa está pintada. Someone at the dealership washed the cars. Alguien, ¿verdad?, lavó los carros. The cars are washed. Los carros están lavados. Plus ed, you're going to use estar. Caliente, it's hot. Está caliente. Touch, to touch, está caliente. El café está frío. Perdón, mis papitas están frías. My fries are cold. Caliente and frío, use estar. How someone looks, that's a nice one, right? Someone puts on, you go clothes shopping and she puts on a dress and you say, wow, estás preciosa, you look great. Estás muy bonita, estás lindísima. How someone looks. You could say, you're looking at a picture. How someone looks in the picture, está muy alto, he looks very tall. Está un poco bajo en la foto, he looks kind of short in the picture. Your son or your friend or someone puts on a suit for a wedding and you say, wow, you look great, you look awesome, estás guapísimo, you look really, really handsome, estás guapísimo, ¿verdad? How someone looks. Someone could look in the mirror back down here in the mirror and say, híjole, estoy bien feo, I look terrible. Okay, let's go to this cluster, bien and mal. It's fine, está bien, I'm fine, estoy bien, we're fine, estamos bien. It's bad, está mal. Está mal, está muy mal. Estoy bien, está bien. Result of an action, this is where we're going to have a separate lesson. Result of an action is the verb estar. To show action is the verb ser, and again, that merits its own lesson. Result of an action, mom made dinner. La cena está, la comida está preparada. Está preparada, it's ready, okay? The door's closed. Why? Dad closed it. Papá cerró la puerta. That was the action. Now, the result of the action of closing the door is that it's in a closed position. Está cerrada. The clothes are washed, right? Somebody washed them. That was the action, right? Las ropas fueron lavadas por mamá. The clothes were washed by mom. Now, they're in a condition of being washed, right? The result of the action of washing the clothes is that they are in a washed condition. So you'd say, toda la ropa está lavada. Las ropas están lavadas. That's why when you say the car's washed, está lavado, because somebody washed it, the result of being washed is that it is washed. Está lavado el carro. La tarea está hecha. The homework is done. Los deberes están hechos. It's done, right? Somebody did it. Now it's in a position, a state of being done. So result of an action is it is done. Someone cleaned the house. Mamá limpió la casa durante 5 horas. For 5 hours, she cleaned the house. And now you say, la casa está aseada. It's tidy. Está limpia. It's clean. That's the result of the action of mom doing all that work. Abierto, encerrado. It's open, está abierto. Now, of course, all these adjectives, we know, when I just list the masculine, you know by now that adjectives have 4 forms. There's masculine and feminine, singular and plural. So if you want to say the store is open, la tienda está abierta. Why do you say está with abierta? Well, somebody opened the store in the morning, right? They unlocked it and opened up the door, turned on the lights. That's the action. The result is it's in an open position. Está abierta. The store is closed. La tienda está cerrada. On New Year's Day, stores are closed. Las tiendas están cerradas. Okay? Hecho de plus material. Okay, if you want to say something is made out of wood, you take estar. Está hecho de madera. If you want to say the house is made out of wood, you would say la casa está hecha de madera. Again, let's go plural. The houses are made out of plastic. Las casas están hechas de plástico. So hecho will change to agree with whatever you're referring to. Sordo, mudo, and ciego. Sordo is deaf. Mudo is mute. In other words, you can't talk. And ciego is blind. And this is sarcastic. You never want to make fun of people for any reason. It's not right. It's not cool. But as we grow up, sometimes you'll say to a friend, are you deaf? ¿Estás sordo? Are you mute? Can't you talk? ¿No puedes hablar? ¿Estás mudo? Are you mute? Are you blind? You didn't see that? ¿Estás ciego? People can use it sarcastically, and it's used with the verb estar. If someone is permanent characteristic, that's the verb ser. If you want to say she's deaf, you'd say ella es sorda with an A. If you want to say they are mute, like they can't talk permanently, right? Son mudos. If you want to say she's blind, es ciega. And God forbid no one suffers from these three areas. But we know people do, unfortunately. Our heart goes out to them. But sarcastically, sometimes we can say things that would be really offensive to other people, and sometimes we're not as sensitive as we should be. But just know, if someone says, ¿Estás sordo? That means, are you deaf? ¿Estás mudo? Can't you talk? ¿Estás ciego? Can't you see? Are you blind? So that's sarcastically used with the verb estar. Fluctuations, I love this one. You know how gas prices are typically very expensive now in our day and age. La gasolina es muy cara. Es muy cara. That's a characteristic. But if the gas prices drop significantly, like $1, $1.50, you'd say, wow, la gasolina está barata, to show a fluctuation. Está caro. It's expensive, showing that there's a fluctuation. Something that's normally inexpensive. Los huevos normalmente son baratos. They're inexpensive. But right now, they're very expensive. Fluctuation. Los huevos, los blanquillos, están muy caros. Están muy caros ahora. So you use estar to show fluctuation. To show position. It's up above, está arriba. It's down below, está abajo. It's off to the side, está al lado. It's out front, está enfrente. It's out back, está atrás. It's between the buildings, está entre los edificios. To show position, use estar. To be crazy, are you nuts? ¿Estás loco? ¿Que estás loco? Are you nuts? ¿Que estás loco? Ella está loca. They're crazy, están locos. You are really nuts. Tú estás muy loco. Estás bien loco. Remember, bien can also be used to mean very. You're really very crazy. Está bien loco. And then down here, of course, all these adjectives. We've been using all these adjectives, right? Cerrado, caliente, abierto. All those adjectives. You use estar with adjectives. Okay, so those are the uses of estar. Most of the uses, there's probably one or two or three floating around somewhere, and as they come up, we'll mention them. But I wanted to go back to our last lesson. I think maybe when we were doing weather about sunny out, I had asoleado with an A in front. Asoleado and soleado both could mean sunny, like with the weather. Está soleado afuera. It's sunny outside. But asoleado, for some people in some regions, in some areas, perhaps can have a kind of a derogatory or a negative offbeat meaning. So I wanted to point out, I should have included soleado on our list, but just not thinking of it, I didn't put it up and I put asoleado. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Our subscriptions are coming up. I greatly appreciate that. We're still under 5,000, but we're going to get there soon. And then we'll set our next goal. We're going to keep moving forward and keep learning Spanish. It keeps the mind active, right? It exercises the brain, and it's going to keep you younger, and your longevity will increase. We have to exercise mentally the brain as well as we do physically. Yes, I need to exercise more physically, but I'm on it. I'm working hard. Okay, love you guys. Thank you. Be good. Be safe. And colorín colorado, esta lección se ha enseñado. Ya estuvo. That's it. Bye.